In the small, remote town of Ravenswood, there was an old morgue that everyone avoided. The building, decrepit and forgotten, was said to be cursed, a place where the dead did not rest easy. On a bitterly cold night, a group of college students, eager for a thrill, decided to investigate the morgue. They had heard the stories and were convinced they were just myths. Armed with flashlights and a video camera, they made their way through the crumbling gates and into the building. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay and chemicals. Dust covered the metal tables in the autopsy room, and broken cabinets lay strewn about. As they moved deeper, they found a collection of old case files. The records detailed gruesome and bizarre deaths, each more disturbing than the last. Suddenly, the lights in the morgue flickered. A chill swept through the room, and the temperature dropped sharply. One of the students, Mark, felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He turned quickly, but no one was there. His friends laughed it off, but Mark couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone. The group continued exploring until they reached the storage room. The drawers where bodies were once kept were mostly open, except for one. An icy mist seeped from its edges. The atmosphere grew tense as they approached the drawer. Mark, feeling an unexplainable urge, pulled it open. Inside lay a body, its eyes wide open and mouth twisted in a silent scream. As Mark stepped back, the room filled with a low, ominous whisper. The voices were indistinct at first, but grew louder, pleading for help, cursing the living. The air became unbearably cold, and the student's breath was visible in the eerie light. Panic set in as they tried to leave, but the door to the room was gone. The whispers turned into screams, and the students felt invisible hands grabbing at them. The room seemed to close in on them, the shadows growing darker and more menacing. One by one, they were dragged into the darkness, their screams blending with the ghostly wails. The next morning, the townspeople found the morgue undisturbed, as if nothing had happened. There was no sign of the students, only their abandoned camera. The footage showed their terrified faces, the whispers, and finally, the camera falling to the ground. The last frame was of the closed drawer, now slightly ajar, with a faint mist still emanating from it. The townspeople whispered of the restless spirits trapped in the morgue, warning others to stay away. The building stood as a grim reminder of the students' fate, a place where the dead claimed the living, their voices echoing through the halls, forever seeking peace but finding only torment.